When come to worry, we all the mama the vest. Fuck up now this hour, she tattoo one for her breast.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Pulse One-on-One. And with me today is one of Nigeria's finest rappers, Africa's most talented rappers, lyricist. Just dropped a new album, The Lost Boy. The album is popping, one of the best hip-hop albums out of Africa this year. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the legend, Erigga.
What's good, my G?
How you doing, bro?
Lost Boy.
Yeah, the Lost Boy, the Lost Boy. Lost Boy found, yeah?
Yeah. This album found you now.
It found me.
The last album, you're like,
bro.
Post was like,
bro.
I said, no worry. You know when they do prophecy, now they don't understand them. And every time when they do Lost Boy, see they reflect back on the Erigga too. That's why you see the album was left like it wasn't on the chart before, but right now it's 35. It's moving because people are going to listen so they can understand the Lost Boy. So I'm finding them.
You've been making music for over a decade.
Yeah.
Over 10 years. When I first got the chance to interact with your music, I was in Zaria. Then that was around 2012. So I had this friend called Chisin. He was playing me this particular song. He used to rap this particular line from your song. I don't know the song, but I remember two of the lines. One of the lines is, I know be bricklayer, but I the mold. My ash no get reason, but they call shit. I cannot remember the song. There were these lines.
Real matters.
So those lines, you always rap those lines. You always rap those lines. So I was like, what be this guy? They're like, that's Erigga, he's from the south. So I'm like, how more? I actually never heard this guy before, but so it's been a long time coming for you.
I was in Zaria 2016. I was in Zaria 2019. Yeah, I think so. 2019. I mean, the crowd, man, for real. Like that was one of my dopest events.
Was it like in the school there?
Yeah, the school. What happened was the organizers brought me late and everybody started leaving. So when I got to the gate, I just came out and said, hey, how far we all know they go? Everybody followed straight to the event. I climbed the stage and is online there. You can see it. Just type Erigga Zara. You see the whole crowd shouting. Like I brought everybody literally from the gate back to the event ground.
Mad. So it's been a long time coming for you, and people didn't really get the music. You know, they didn't understand the music, the flow, the way it was different.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah, when you start making music, you're rapping with pidgin, and the lyrics contain the everyday balance of the warrior language, you know, the everyday flows, the everyday conversation. Yeah. So for those in Lagos, the mainstream market, what we had then was maybe the English-speaking rappers, the ones with the swagger. Then we had also the Yoruba-speaking rappers. So you were just uniquely different, and people didn't get it. How did that make you feel? Was that really frustrating that people didn't understand your sound despite the quality?
You see, depending on how you want to look at it, like to me, it's not like a PR thing. Like, okay, start making music like this, then in 10 years time, people will understand what you're doing and it will work. Nobody has that patience, especially not the record companies. So it's been this guy that has this vision, like he has a dream, he's trying to tell this story, but people don't really get it because they've not been, like the issue I had with Pulse was funny. Like I think they did a review, I was like, how can you give such a review? You've not been to the South. But I think I was looking for that. I felt like entitlement. If you listen to Ballads of a Lost Boy, when I say entitlement, you know, I feel like, oh, you're supposed to come down here and tell my story, but forget that I'm supposed to go out there and tell my story. The people you're rating are those that are around you, but Nigeria is big. It's 36 states. But one state gets to determine who's the number one and what's gonna happen to the So we in the South, like, so our story no counts. My people no get voice. I do represent them. I do make them feel they enjoy music, because most of the songs that the press come to South, they kind of like force on down our throats. And we don't get choice. We don't get media will give us otherwise. Now here goes to feed them. So the pressure there is my people start thinking like, this is how you should be doing it. That's why we're listening to it. If you don't do it the way these people are doing it, then it will be difficult for us to listen to you because we need you there. So that's the problem. That's the barrier. Now you have to break it. Okay, how do I do this now? Because my people need to listen to me. That's when I realized that the platform wasn't high enough. I was on their level, telling them this.
You were the king of the South.
But that king of the South thing, I just feel like, nah, I'm not cruising with the cash that time.
But it's a very fair argument to make that you're the most popular rapper from South Nigeria.
Was I?
I mean, for the past how many years? I mean, the other rappers, but these rappers were, some of them came to Lagos.
Yeah.
Fino is from Southeast. Yeah, we're talking about South now. Warri, Benin, Port Harcourt, and Co.
Yeah.
So you still predominantly your music was still niche. It was still based there in the South.
The funny thing, my music has always been everywhere in Nigeria. You guys just did not know it because I wasn't around to do the mainstream thing.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, if you go into the ghettos, the slums in Lagos, ask them Erigga. Before one or two outside guys will bring their phone, come outside, you don't see some Yoruba guys don't bring their phone like, Erigga. But Erigga is like this on the ground thing, like it's just on the ground. And so I've not been able to bring it mainstream so people to understand and get it. So when you say Warri, it's because I don't show off here enough. You understand? And that's who do we blame for that one?
Do you feel like you were more comfortable there in the South? That was the comfort zone because the people there could relate primarily to your music compared to other consumers outside of the South. Did that make you feel comfortable and make you just want to stay in the South and make music for the primary consumers who understood and still understand what you're trying to say?
Yeah, the problem with the South thing is people in the South don't get enough voice. You guys don't leave Lagos and come and do interviews for them.
Yeah.
The Lagos media will not take a plane and put their cameras and everything and say, oh, this guy is hot. Let's go have something to do. Let's have an interview with him. So he's just there. So I have the opportunity to break in here and break out there. I'm like, okay, fine. I think this is the way I can put my people on. If you notice, for a couple of years now they reach out. They bring out some people from inside the South for Lagos to discover. So I feel like if I leave these people now, who go push them? Because I then want to say no A-list go come on for they can carry one person. That because the internet never even come that time. And right now we have the internet. You can be in Warri. I was in the South. I wasn't in Lagos when I'm topping these charts. You understand? I do fly to Lagos to make my album. Like, okay, if I fly into Lagos, London, Manchester, Liverpool, trying to put this whole thing together. But I just feel like physical presence isn't really that important these days. At least you have to be where the money is. So if I'm coming to Lagos, I'm just here to sign deals, make money, do interviews, and I'm out. So
the album, we call the album The Lost Boy. So I'd like for us to start from there. The Lost Boy is a very peculiar name for an album, and it stands out. So what do you mean by The Lost Boy?
When you say Lost Boy, it's complex because I found myself in a complex situation at that particular point. I wanted to make the album. And mind you, this album took me it took me 2 years to process. Now, 2 years is not making, but processing. Because you're at this point in your career whereby you feel you've outdone yourself. You've had nominations, big nominations, didn't cut through. You've had hit songs, you know, you've been all over the place, like you've been everywhere in Nigeria now, and you're like, okay, I think I want more for myself. So what do? I need something that will cut across, because no more playing local champion anymore. Like, I can actually take this ball from the South and be something big out there. You get me? So I'm like, I need to take this ball out. But how do I take it? How do I make people accept it? How do I make someone in Maryland listen to an Erigga song and be like, yo, I like it? Or someone in a coffee shop, probably in London, trying like, yo, even if you can't understand the pidgin, but the way the sound is sounding to you, the way everything, the way it's arranged, you feel like this guy ought to be saying something nice for him to just be so chill, relax, and you understand? So that's the process. So in getting to that process, I became lost. Lost in the series that for 2 years I had writer's block. Now that's the craziest thing that could happen to any creative. Because was
that the first time you're having such issues in your career?
Yeah, that's the first time I've had that issue in my career. That's the first time. So it's strange, like, because I'm this guy, like, whenever you come, like, after let's do something, 2 seconds, you understand me? Like, you don't even get to write sometimes. You just go off the top, boom, and it makes sense. And now, when you drop something, you be like, this is not what I'm looking for. You drop something again, this is not what I'm looking for. Then you have pressure for fans. Where's the album? Where's the album? Where's the album? And some of them are, yo, bro, by this time in your career, you should be having that Wiz feature, or you should be having that Davies feature. You should be having this Bono feature. They have so much pressure on you, and these fans don't know the machines that makes it work, that it actually needs money, it actually needs certain things for you to like get the ball rolling. But all they want is just give them a show. So you have to say to yourself, like, okay, what do I want to do? I want to do what these people want, because you never satisfy them. You keep pushing you and pushing you and pushing you. At the end of the day, you don't know who you are anymore. That's when you become lost. So I couldn't find the lyrics. I couldn't find anything. I was like, camps after camps, wasn't getting it. But I know that what's going to come is huge, because I'm trying to avoid everything I've done in the past. When this juice started flowing, I was like, I think I found myself. It's doing me. Because I was too concentrated on how they feel.
Yeah.
I wanted to write a song. I'm like, okay, what happens to my core listeners? Will they understand? Because I've left that stage. Like, I've grown in terms of, I've grown in everything. Music, you know, travels,
exposure,
money,
everything.
exposure, everything. I'm no longer that person, you know. But you're scared, like, if I leave, I won't be making music for them. Like, no, fuck it. I think I have to carry everybody along. So let me make it in a way that you understand what I'm saying. But what is driving you can drive you out. I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. It took a lot of thoughts. I'm like, yeah, this is what I really want to do. Before the album came out, I was like, how are they going to accept it? Will they understand? Because now I'm telling people that I'm in Europe, champagne for two. I'm talking about rich, expensive stuff. I'm telling you how money, like what it is right now. And that is what it is right now. You understand? I'm no longer playing that local guy just to make you feel comfortable. Like, because we today the same situation. More okay, now if I give you this dance for my peace of mind, no good for my mental health. That kind of thing, because it wasn't really good for my mental health, because you're trying to like please people that don't even know what they want. They tell you is this, tomorrow you see them dancing to that. You be like, yo, I broke my ass off to get here. Now you want this. Yeah, the sound
you keeps changing.
People tell me like, yo, bro, you need to make that sound. You need to make that my piano sound. I'm like, but that's not the state I'm at right now. Right now I'm going through stuff that I need to let out. I'm having PTSDs. I'm having writer's block. I'm having so many issues. I'm having, you know, family, everything. I'm like, yo, I just have to be myself and just free myself of all pressure. I'm like, no, I will not listen to you. I'll listen to myself, because there was a time that you were not here and I wrote those songs that you love. You didn't have an opinion about it. You didn't tell me what to do. You didn't tell me who to feature. You just heard the song and you loved it. Let me get back to the essence. And I'm like, okay, fine. If we're going back to the essence, it's hip hop. It's hip hop, it's drill, it's what's here. You don't get to get mad at the culture. You have to learn it and join and say how you're gonna do it. Because when you listen to Perfect Timing, you tend to see drill in a certain light. It's not what you know, it's not the kind of drill you used to, because why? It's pidgin, it's relatable. It's relatable. You can listen to what I'm saying, so you don't care about the bounce. You don't care, all you know is that it's moving, it's going. Next thing you know, perfect timing. Next thing you know, violence. Like, this is me, this is what I do, but because of your pressure, you kept me for so long. It has to be like, oh, if you're a rapper, you need to have an afrobeat guy do a hook for you to have a hit. That's the easiest way to do it. And everybody loves the easy route because it's easy. Oh, just get this guy is booming. If you put him on the track, this, that. Come on, bro. The good thing about it, like, after motivation, okay, everybody like, the chorus and everything, this, that, I understand, but that's not what I want for myself. That's not the kind of blow I want to blow for myself. I want to blow doing what I love, and that's the rap music. And when I see violence, when I see violence out there doing numbers, when I see L with V's doing numbers, and those are songs that wasn't no feature, was just me, it tells you something. That this guy know what he actually did do. You see Perfect Timing, I got Jerry there on, we're just doing our thing. This is what he loves to do. So if I don't set this, how will people following me understand that? You don't really need SYZs for you to get to where you're going to. Just be consistent, because consistency was the main thing. If I wasn't consistent, I won't be here right now. It would have ended in one of those albums, and I would never see that number one day, and I won't believe that. This night, as I'm leaving you now, I'm going to Milan. I have a show in Milan. From Milan, I'll be in France on Sunday. Then I'll be in Italy again. Then I'll do Germany. Then I'll do a couple of countries in Europe. And this is the same pidgin rap when they're criticized, when they look less. Now until I stamp myself around the world, they go tell them the story. So my goal is not having the biggest song, but it's bigger than that for me. Like, I've had that big song. So having that big song is not it for me. Look at them, Jay-Z, Kanye's and the rest. You know that music in their catalog is not even what's racking in that bread. You have to think more than that. So my mindset is, okay, I want to take this pidgin, I want to put it in front of an audience and teach them this. I want to be rapping pidgin English rap in front of like on stage on BET, and you have Jay-Z, Nas, those idols that you have them bopping like, oh, he fresh, yeah, this dude fresh. Like I don't know what he's saying, but he's fresh. Yeah. And you start having somebody interpret for you. That's what makes it interesting, because I'm not gonna go up there and start rapping what he has grown up with all his life for him and impressing. What punchline am I gonna say that there's no saying in Brooklyn?
Makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Now, your album, Perfect Timing, that's one of the lead songs on the album. And now that's what people say when you talk about this album. When I tweeted about the Lost Spot, and I said it's one of the best hip hop albums of this year, and I also dropped my review, you quoted it and you said Perfect Timing. And a lot of people also said Perfect Timing. So I want to ask you, what made this album Perfect Timing? Like, how did you know? Because is it coincidental? Is it the music? Or is it like a collaboration of efforts that made this album to come out at this particular time with this particular sound and to resonate? It resonated with the audience in a way your album has never resonated with the audience. So indeed, it is perfect timing. But that perfect timing, what elements did you put together to get that perfection?
Let's talk about the song first.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to work with Jerick for a while, and whenever I want to do that, we don't always have that time. So it's always, I'm here, he's here. I'm like, okay, fine. Then we had a conversation. I was having a conversation with my producer. We're just talking randomly. Like I came back from London. The album was like 70. Well, they told them it was 100% done. And I told them, like, I think something is missing here. It's
on the particular track?
No. On the album, there was no perfect time. Like, something is missing here. This thing too, something did my head. You understand? But my brother was like, yo, bro, don't worry. There's something in my head. So we started having this discussion. And I was telling him that, you see, I've been around this industry for a very long time. Most of your faves, we've met several times in the studio during their blowing up, you understand? So, a lot of people know this name, Erigga. No big name we won't call for Nigerian, don't know the name Erigga, because we don't, you understand? I can't even be saying too much, but they know that name, but it wasn't time. Now, I was mad at the point, like, yo, why you're not giving me the recognition I need? Then I realized that, no, you have to put in that work. You have to put in that work. And what is that work? When you put in that work, everything will make sense in the perfect time. I was like, perfect timing, everything in a perfect timing. Yeah, not true. No wonder I need to work that time. But I think this is the best time, and everything just started, the juice started coming in, and that song was off top. Life and positioning. I mean, they say you can notice the breaks, and dun, was just like, and I put on Jerick Afab. Jerick was like, bro, no worry, just hold on, and just boom, did this thing. We did perfect timing and lit same day.
Alpha dropped his verse too the same day.
Yeah, definitely dropped his YP.
Yeah, sorry, Psycho YP.
Yeah. He dropped his verse, and when everything started making sense, like, okay, this Lost Boy is making sense now. But what we say perfect timing is this, yeah? I've never taken that long to create an album before. That's why it took me this long to create this album. It's special to me. You understand? Being around for over a decade now is very special to me. So I'm like, I'm creating this for me. This is my story. This is why I don't care how you want to feel, how the song will make you feel. You were asking me just and said, that your guy for broke or rich, no go verse for you. Yeah. And fuck how he feels, because advice not supposed sweet. You understand? And I'm free every some point the value I'm say people there for the value I'm, so I've done what I can do, but that's just, it's for motivational purpose. When I tell you 1 million I get on, 2 million I get on, 10 million, 100 million I get on, a motivational purpose for you to understand, say that boy when they rap for you that time for the worry lifestyle, now they talk about so meal from one side, so if in feed one, me no get to it now. He go fit down. Then he will correlate back to my songs when I dropped 2010, when I talk about what if Alibaba go die and narrow MD and a strong worry when they make name for this country. Then boom, they don't get RCB. One day they come Erigga go top this industry. And how many years later it happen? So that's why I tell people that when you listen to the Lost Boy, have this in mind. Not be when they drop prophecy, now they manifest. And that's why I said, not be now, give me 5 years, I will check the whole place, perfect timing, everything. I didn't even know that was perfect timing, and boom,
It was perfect.
I wasn't even expecting this whole. I don't know that I did my best, but this is a starting. I want to grow. I want to give it time. It's not where you see me today. It's where you see me in 5 years' time. So I'm not in pressure. I'm not pressurized, man, bro. I wasn't even pressure. Even Delos already said, but I don't the pressure.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Now, when it comes to the entertainment industry, especially as it relates to the South, I think you're one of the people who understands it very well.
Yeah.
Now, on your song Family Ties, you put I Go Save, the comedian.
Yeah.
And that, when I was writing my review, I emphasized the fact that showed that you carried along the two industries that took boys out of the hood and made them into somebody, the comedy industry and the music industry.
Yeah.
So when you decided to put I Go Save on the album, was that what you're thinking about? To show people that this is it, this is what we have been able to achieve. We went from nothing to something. And also on the opening track, you said, if I did think of what guy made the talk for back.
Take the react.
Yeah, take the react. If I don't stop the rap.
Yeah.
So now we all know how long it took for you to be where you are today.
So in their talk full catalog for grab.
you dropped music upon music, and you dropped The Lost Boy, and it changed everything. Yeah. So now it was clear. Did you, when making this album, did you feel you had to, or throughout the course of your career, did you feel you had to work twice as hard, even though you had talents that others do not have, and you have really superior talent, but people are not just seeing the work rate, and you need to keep doubling down, working twice as hard, even though you have the talent? There's
something they've been battling on the internet. Joey and the people they fight since for internet, talk about grace, work, and everything. You understand? What I'll tell you is, when you start working with the right team, teamwork is everything. The reason you see Erigga has been laid back is that I wasn't working with a team. It was basically me still saying the industry the way it is when we came in. Then you can just be there and just, okay, let me take my video to Sound City. The video is amazing. Everybody's just gonna love it. Then boom, numbers. Then boom, I'm doing shows. That was the industry we knew. But the industry has changed. So I was like, okay, I started doing research. Because if you don't research, you'll never find. So in my process of doing research, I'm like, okay, this is what I think I should assemble a team and all. Then I got my team. Then I got myself in the right frame of mind. I'm not pressured. Not like I'm saying, do this, you must. No, I wasn't pressured. I just had to do me, and that was me. You get? So before we do this drop and hope, you drop the album, I good, make a hope say go blue. Yeah. You go wait tire. You go wait tire, no worry yourself. That time don't pass. Because right now, the way that they consume things now, it will be like before. In those days, we consume what's only on TV and newspaper. But today, everything is on your phone. And the people bringing it to your phone have a lot of apps on your phone. So whichever keeps you glued to your phone is the one that will give rating to. So you need to understand that these are different times. It's not like how it is before. So understanding that was even favorable, because right now I have the complaints I have was I don't have direct access to my fans. The media controls it. Then I got access on Twitter, and I had one-on-one with these fans. I'm like, okay, fine, you don't boss me that. Now I no go do wetin the media want make I do so that people will love me. I go do wetin I want do for people to love me, so media go hear. So when I do it here, I want people can't love them. Now with those things when you hear for everywhere, so when they are everywhere. So now I change them. I change the narrative. So don't need to hope say media go like and find. No, I will start from here, go like this.
Yeah. So beyond music for you, you're one of the artists with personality.
Yeah.
You have a personality that you're not scared of showing, especially your online personality. You are one of the celebrities and musicians that post maybe often, and you make a lot of jokes. You make a lot of jokes. You just post memes sometimes. Just make a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
How did that? Was that part when you try to connect with maybe your fans or with the community there, or you were just being yourself, just trying to enjoy yourself, have fun, and see Twitter as a platform to just have fun, while other celebrities see Twitter as a place to just maybe sell music sometimes and just like show that they are superior to their own consumers. But you bring it to a level where even though you have over 1 million followers, you still want to relate
2.2
million followers.
Yes, correct and way. I know why.
2.2 million followers.
2.2
million followers, and you still present yourself online in a very relatable manner. You're like the everyday guy. People can engage your tweets and have the confidence that, and the belief that if I should make this comment on Erigga's tweet and he likes it, maybe he'll reply me. You're that kind of person. What motivated that?
It's still on the journey to finding the lost boy that we are right now. You see, before COVID, I had less than 50,000 followers. No movement. I can't get to Sound City, MTV-based stations that will play my song. You can't even come out and make videos. So what do? I have this tool in my hand. Let me use this thing to cause problems. So pam. From there, I got to 2.2. But what got me to 2.2 was consistency. I was consistent. I was making tweets when nobody was even reading. I was tweeting when nobody was retweeting. So after everything, we look the work. You find that, say, I didn't just get there by luck, but it was by work. In all the insults, everything they take, when you grow up for warrior, your skin will tick to the point of you say, no guilty, they won't tell you again. My mama tell me say, course no they put soft for person body. Why you call the complaint? No matter how they insult you, know if you get soft for your body. So some people they take and say, see this one, really. So because I didn't have that means of like putting my stuff out, like okay fine, I'm going to grow soldiers, I'm going to grow my team, I'm going to grow an army behind me, and streets go win, lost boys go win. You see those people I don't gather over the years now, so now they did my back now. And then they push everything, join the offline community. When not they online, they cause problem for the street, they cause some, they console. It was a plan well executed. Can't have 2.2 million followers and don't have the #1 album. What am I doing? What am I doing? I have information. Why am I not using it? So you see that those fans, when they did my back and they push and go there.
On the album as well, there are different sounds. There's raw hip hop, the old school hip hop. There's drill. There's R&B. There's pop, and there's also highlife. Now you're able to bring all the sounds together, and aside being a variety of sound and even making it sonically coherent, you also talk about different things. You talk about your success, where you are now. It's clear that this is not the Erigga of 2015, 2010. And this Erigga is wearing designers. He's catching jets, he's wearing designers. And he wants people to know. So when I was reviewing the album, I said it was a compilation or a combination of vanity and reality. Vanity in the sense that you wanted to show off that this is where I am now, I'm enjoying my life, this is the money I have now, this is the luxury I have now. And also your reality, where you talk about how it felt like growing up in Warri. There's a part on the album where you said because of $50 iTunes, they dead somebody and you saw it happen. Those things stay with you. They don't just leave you.
It's PTSD now.
Yeah, they stay with you. You keep going back to that if a human life was lost for that. So how did you do all this, put all this together, tell your story, while also sending what I think was a very strong message to your critic, because you celebrating your success and putting it in their faces that this
PTSD was supposed to be called critics, because at the end of the day, they were the ones saying Igbo talk, Igbo talk, Igbo talk.
And you're putting your success in their faces that this is me now, this is where I am, and this is what I've accomplished. With the pigeon rap, you guys criticized. With the telling me it's everything I was doing was just weak talk and I don't know what I'm saying, you were able to put in their faces and show your success. Was that what you really were going for? You wanted people to know that you have arrived, and whatever they said in the past don't matter again.
I've been meaning to say those stories for like 4 or 5 years now, but I was just like, am I not going to be scaring these listeners? Are they sure they are ready for this? But that was who Erigga was in 2010. 2009, 08. That's what Erigga has always been about. The industry is trying to change you and make you do what they. And there's one thing I understand about this industry, and as an artist, if you don't get that, you have a problem. The people investing in you need their money ASAP. They'll get you on any trend. They'll get you on any sound. just to make their money. And when they are done with their money, they know that the investment is not going to last because the foundation is not solid. So back to starting. You stop hearing the campaign, not the articles. Actually, a campaign you are listening to, not the artist. Because if you check them, you don't even get foundation set to even fall back on. So having that in mind, I knew that, okay, I think this is something that only I can do. Invest in yourself. I started investing in myself. Voila. There's no free money in this industry, bro. There's no free money. They buy you this, they buy you that. Don't adapt when you go pay. No businessman can you call lose.
So finally, when you were making this album, after you finished making this album, and at the time you're putting this album out, and the result you've gotten from this album, the reception, the success, are you surprised at the success? Did you think you're going to get this much acceptance, this much love, this much understanding? This is the first Erigga album I will listen to and go back and listen to and go back and listen to it and tweet about it. I still listen to it today on my Spotify. And I tweeted about it that this is the best hip hop album that dropped this year. And one of the OGs in the music industry tweeted about recently, Osagi Alonge, said Erigga's album is one of the best hip hop albums that dropped this year. So were you surprised? Were you expecting this much? It changed. This album, this might not even, to you, this might not be your best project. To me, it is your best project. To a lot of people, it's your best project. And this project that changed, that is likely to change everything, or that will change everything for you. Yeah. Did you expect this much acceptance, this much success from the album when you were dropping it?
I sure knew I worked my ass off. Like I was catching plane like 3 times a week to Lagos. Monday, come back Wednesday, go back Thursday, come back Saturday, Sunday, just like that. And I'm spending money for the team. We're coming, setting up camps, trying to get what's popping, what's going on, what's happening. You understand? Traveling outside Nigeria to experiment sound, trying to like soak in another culture. Like, so you know that when you're dropping this, people can cut across to all, because you can't really cut across the place you've never been, because your reality is different from theirs. So you have to go in. If you want to make music for them, you have to go there, understand, soak in their culture and know what to give to them. Because you might be signing dope in Nigeria with all your bars and everything, but if you enter Brooklyn, say the reality when you rap for Nigeria and a different reality there. So niggas still looking at you like, you got bars, you understand? But for you to enter their heart, you need to like relate with something when we say they go fit to understand.
Yeah. So I'd like to ask one more question. Now, when I was writing my review, I said you have a materialistic and an individualistic approach to love.
Yeah.
Love and romance.
Yeah.
It's very individualistic, very materialistic. And on the album, on the songs, and Cotton Candy, and there's this particular song where
Lit.
No, not lit. I'll say the lyrics. You said,
how many girls?
How many girls? How many girls? You said, I might not be the one for you, but I'm the one that is right here.
Yeah.
And so it was, you're presenting your affection in a take it or leave it way. This is it. I have money. Take it or leave it. You want to come. I think
you did twist my love language.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And it looks from the album, it feels like it's a sad experience from when you didn't have this much, when you're not this successful, how the women treated you, the reception people give you, and how you understand that money comes with love and money can buy affection. And when you now have the money, you don't trust the love, and you're just willing to use your money to buy the love and keep it at that. Is that, am I correct to make such assumptions?
You're not correct, because I wasn't trying to buy love. You can't buy love. You're on the streets now.
Yeah.
That's the first gawking, thinking that you feel buy love. Because I find out that most times people don't love you, but they love what you can do for them. Yeah. So when you listen to that, I'm just telling you what I can do for you. I don't be the one you need, but I'm here right now, so I can take care of these things. So why don't you just let me take care of things? You get me?
So it's not from a place of love, though. It's just from a place of from materialism. Like, you have the money, and it's not. That's why I say it's not emotional for you. It is transactional. Like, I like what I see, and you like my money. I'm willing to spend the money to get what I want. Is that
no? That's not what it is. taking care of people. Like, you have to take care of people. You understand? In as much as you have, you know that, okay, for Nigeria, we decide to put money for France. That's not my problem. That's every Nigerian problem. Trust me. We like putting money first because we feel like money makes the conversation interesting. Because if I thought the girl say, let's talk, are you free weekend? So let's have lunch in Dubai.
She'll be happy now. She'll go follow you go.
Then you can say, you know, I got real love for you, so can we hang out at Ikeja Mall? So I try to open everybody. It's for motivational purpose. Like, you can actually do these things. Do whatever. Everything there is motivational. Like, you can really. I'm trying to open their eyes because there are a lot of people down south that they have money but they don't even know how to use that money, and they see it. I'm trying to let you know it's possible. You can actually have this lifestyle. Hotels, nice views, travel, like go and see the world and educate yourself. That's why you're a lost boy now. So the goal is it's like the music, the whole album is therapeutic. It has a message. Wherever way you're feeling, there's a message for you. There's something for you there. If you're feeling jiggy, you go with violence. You're feeling like you want to relax, you go with cotton candy. You feel like, you go with leads. You understand? Like, you will feel like, oh, I want to hear wisdom today. You hear family ties, you hear broke or rich. So it's something to cover your mood. So the base, the main thing there is to have it like, people should repeat it. It's like an encyclopedia. You go there and discover things like, okay, this quote, this thing will make sense, this thing will make sense. So it'll be like Bible to every lost boy when they're out there. Yeah.
So finally, the album is taking off. The album is taking off. People are listening to the album. People are loving the album. And I'd like to ask, what are your aspirations for this album? What do you hope to further achieve with this album going forward?
Basically, the album is doing well. That's what he said, right?
Yeah, this album is doing very well.
That's what he said, right?
I mean, numbers don't lie. And charts don't lie too.
Let me tell you something, yeah. When Agustin must give you wisdom, even though I didn't tell you. You know, when you are focused on your goal, you tend to know how to dodge every obstacle in front of you. But when you don't see that goal, you tend to romance whatever obstacle that's in front of you, because to you, this is enjoyment. The women, the cars, the charts, the numbers and all. So you start missing the point. By the time you get to see the goal, oh, time is gone.
So what's the goal for you?
That's what you should have asked. Like I told you, the goal is creating a legacy. So now, when we're no longer here, they'll be like, the guy won't carry pidgin rap, gangster pidgin rap, go get the Jay-Z. When the DJ Khaled on the bomb too. Now this guy and I make the way. Because when I open that way, everybody go fit come outside. Afrobeat don't open door for Afrobeat. Everybody pass window, everywhere they come outside now. So we still need to open that way too, because a lot of rappers have given up. Many from my time, many people know digging because they feel like the rap industry is the least funded industry. You can have somebody bring $1 million for an Afrobeat artist, but $1 million for a rapper. Wife your first call and say, honey.
I want to make them back.
The wife will hate the artist when they say, I will be like, how for shit? This is what you show for husband money. So you understand? Yeah. It is what it is.
It's about legacy for you.
The legacy for me is being that worry boy that believed in what he wants to do, that was lost and found himself, and is out there making name for Africa. So the goal is not this. The goal is putting your name putting your name in the history books. That's what it is for me, not all these numbers. Because people will come, numbers will come, people will top numbers. I did tell you true, before the top numbers. Numbers before, we brag about 100K, 200K. Now we talk about hundreds of millions. If you place your value and place your happiness on numbers, you'll never be happy. That was one of the first things that broke me down after the Erigga 2. I was trying to fill up a boot. I was like, that album, Erigga 2, is doing up to it's doing like 50 million, I think 50, 70 million streams. Now, how do I top that? Who do I get on the album? Those numbers started fucking with me. Like, how do I top that number? How do I, then I get to realize, no, it's not even about the numbers, man. It's actually about you, just do you. And when I see this thing start flying, boom, I'm like, oh, I should have been doing this. Why did I keep quiet? So numbers is not even the numbers for me. Numbers will not lie, good. It's good in pitching, putting your stuff out there, but the goal.
It's beyond the numbers. It's beyond the
I said my goal no be where keeper dey.
Yeah.
No down keeper the dance. No be that will be my goal. So if it's not that one you want cover, sorry, or where I don't move.
I feel you, brother. I feel you. So once again, congratulations on the album. Fantastic album. I enjoyed it. And from what people have said, from the feedback, it's a fantastic album. So before I wrap this up, you want to say something for your fans, your fans at home, and tell them about the new album and tell them to go stream the album.
Yeah, to every lost boy out there, we've created an encyclopedia for you to find yourself. All you have to do is look at the situation you're in, flip to any of the tracks that appeal to you and find yourself. So, no say celebrity or not, we too they go through stuff too. So it's crazy on this other side. Just remain you, keep doing you, and consistency is what it is. Like, if I wasn't consistent, you will not see me here today. They're not going to even call me for interviews. If nobody to start with first and stand. So with consistency, even water they break stone. If water they fall, drop of water they touch stone, give and time, one day the stone will tear. So those small drop, no ever hesitate to drop them. They drop them. One day it will make sense.